say that we had somebody that was making $200,000 a year, $240,000 a year, making $20,000 a month. Can we give them a mortgage for $500,000 where the mortgage payment's $4,000 a month? Do you think that they could afford to pay the $4,000 if they're making $20,000 a month? How many people would give them a loan? See, the correct answer is it depends. Because what if I told you that their credit score was 11? See, a credit score goes from 300 to 850. Anything below 580, you're definitely not getting a loan. And I don't care how much money you're making, you really want to be in the 620 or better category. 680 is really a great score to start having. So if somebody has horrible credit, they make a lot of money, and don't pay any of their bills, who wants to lend them money? Does that make sense? Okay, on the other hand, let's say that we have somebody that's working at McDonald's for 10 years, they're managing, they're making $50,000 a year, they have 2 charge cards. They have a Macy's charge card for $500, a Sears charge card for $500. It's the only 2 cards that they have. And they buy clothes and whatever, and they always pay their bills on time. Their credit score is going to be 800 or better. Are we giving them a $500,000 loan?
Yeah.
Say no. Why not? Who said no? What's your name? Kino. Why not, Kino? Because they don't make enough money. There you go, buddy. That's $1 right for you. That's a good answer. You're catching on. That's your $1. I'll come back. We'll gamble later. We're in Brooklyn. But does that make sense to you? See, somebody could be really good at paying back whatever debts they have. But think about this for a second. If you could choose any place to live, let's go to Manhattan. No?
Someplace warm?
No, forget about expensive. Would you like to have a penthouse overlooking the Central Park West? Would you like to live there? Yes or no? Yeah, would it be nice? Yeah. How come none of us are living there? Because straight up, it's because we can't afford it. There's only one color we see in this business, and it's green. You can either afford it or you can't afford it. There's people from all over the world that buy all these properties. It's not us, we can't afford it. It's just the way it is, all right? So we have to deal with reality. Where are we at? What kind of income do we have? How's our credit? And what can we afford? And we'll talk about some ways of buying properties that you may not have thought of. I'm guaranteeing you didn't think of it. So Josh, I want to talk about that, no names. We did a seminar, I'm going to say it was almost 2 years ago now. We did it at the
Brooklyn Public Library.
Yeah, it was in Bedford-Stuyvesant, in the library in the basement. Who was the agent?
It was an agent I used to work with a couple of years ago.
Can't remember his name. Paul, maybe or something.
No,
the bald-headed guy.
Hendrick. Can't remember.
Anyway, we had about 12, 15 people in the audience. 3 of those people actually qualified for a mortgage, first time that they were ever buying a house. And I remember it was the woman that was sitting out front. She had a son who lived with her. She was renting. She worked for American Express.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, her income was about $65,000 a year.
Something like that.
I remember some of the people who do deals with because this one always sticks out to me. And she was thinking about buying a small condo in the East New York area for her and her son. So she owned something, but it would be small, right? So we got to talking to her. We found out that she had a 401k, about 400,000?
No, it was less than that. She had a, to do a little bit of backstory, she had an autistic son that she got disability from the state for. So she didn't realize that she could use those funds to help qualify. She also had, because she worked at American Express, she'd been there for almost 25 years. And she had, I forgot the name of the type of retirement account that she had, but for whatever reason, they put money away. Amex match is what you put away, and she had a nice compensation plan, almost $100,000 in there. And she didn't realize that she could borrow against that. She had no idea about anything. We sat down, I worked with her for probably close to 6 months. I matched her with a realtor, helped her find a home. This woman who thought that she could not afford to find or purchase.
Don't go to the end yet. I want to slow this down. Follow my lead.
Go ahead. You
Follow
go.
my lead.
You go.
He's watching.
You go.
So Josh asked a lot of questions. And we ask a lot of questions not because we want to sit down and know everything about your personal life, but we need to know certain financial things so we can make the right decision on the right home property. When you go to the doctor, you don't walk into the doctor and go, hey doc, I need some pills, and he writes you a prescription. Well, there are some doctors that don't like that, but if you're in pain, hey, you're my doc. What's your first name?
Elvin.
Hi, Elvin. Hey, Dr. Elvin, how are you? Hey, doc, I got a pain in my side. What are you gonna say?
Diagnose you first.
That's what I'm talking about. So what questions might you ask me?
What you've been doing, what you've been eating lately, have you been exercising?
How long has it been hurting? Does it hurt when you breathe in and breathe, right? All those questions? Okay, so let's say he says, how long has it been hurting? A few days. Okay, good. Does it hurt when you breathe in? Yes, all right, stop breathing in then, right? You'll tell me, right? So you'll ask me a couple of things. He's trying to determine whether or not I have a problem with my lung or I have a problem with my ribs. Did you notice when it first started, what happened? Yeah, a few days ago, my wife was trying on a pair of pants and she asked me if she looked fat. And I told her yes. And she pushed me and I fell into the corner of the
dresser.
And the dresser. And now he knows, first of all, he goes, all right, I got to write you a prescription because you're an idiot. But he now knows that I might have a broken rib. I might have, so it's, you understand? He's going to ask a lot of questions because we want to find out from the beginning what's best for you. Because if we don't, and we go 3-4 weeks, and you haven't told us everything, and we didn't ask you everything, and then we find out something on a credit report, or something that comes up on a title report, and then it's a problem 3 weeks later, that kills everything. Everybody feels depressed about that. So up front, we want to know as much information as possible, because it helps us to determine what's in your best interest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So never be shy about talking financial. When I go to the doctor, I give him all my health information so that he can give me a diagnosis. He has degrees on the wall, and he knows a whole lot, but I don't need to know all the things he knows. I just need to know what's going on for me. Same thing when he asks questions. So anyway, so he started asking questions of this woman, and we found out that the son was disabled, right?
He was autistic, he got money from the state.
SSI, right? Now listen to this. That money comes to him tax-free. Don't answer this question. I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions here. I want you to yell out the answer. First, let's say we have a borrower that gets paid $6,000 every other week. How much do they make a month? $12,000? Hold on a second. Would you like to put $1 on your answer?
Uh-oh.
No, forget about tax, just gross. How much do they make a month? Oh, yeah. Shh. You want to put $1 on your answer? Let's see your $1. There's no gambling at this casino without your money on the table. All right. That's an incorrect answer. Thank you very much. Put your $1 right up here. All right, you get a chance to win it back later, all right? Now, tell me why you think it's $12,000.